and welcome to lesson 85 on using cross products to solve proportions. This is a really fun and exciting lesson, so buckle up. We can determine if two fractions are equal by comparing their cross products. This automatically gives them common denominators. That's why it works. If they're not equal, the greater cross product is above the greater fraction. So let's look at what I mean by that. Here I've got two different ratios. I got 3/4 and 6/8. And I want to know if they are equal, if this is a proportion. So the way that we've talked about in class is either multiplying and dividing by one number to see if it's that. We can look for a scale factor. We can reduce them. So I'm going to show you a new way, and that's using cross products. In this example, it would be easier just to look for a scale factor. 4 times 2 is 8, 3 times 2 is 6. But we're learning it with really simple numbers, so that way when it's too hard of a number to figure out a scale factor, you can do it this way. So here we've got 4, we're going to draw an arrow straight up. It's going to go across. That's why they're called cross products. So 4 times 6 is 24. And so that's related to this fraction. And then 8 times 3 is 24. And so we know that these two fractions are equal to each other. They are proportional. If this number was bigger than this number, then that would mean that they're not proportional and this fraction is a greater fraction. Why does that work? How can we go right to that? Well, it's the same thing as giving them common denominators. And remember, to compare fractions, they have to have a common denominator. So let's look at how that works. Here we've got 3/4 and we've got 6/8. So if I were to multiply the denominators, 4 and 8, I would get 32. And then if I did 8 times 4 is 32, so 6 times 4 is 24. And then 4 times 8 is 32, so 3 times 8 is 24. And see, they end up being the same. So instead of taking the step to write them out this way, we can just multiply straight across this way and straight across that way and compare the fractions. All right, here are some examples. Determine if they are proportional. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 times 4, which is 20. And then we're going to do 3 times 7, which is 21. So are these proportional? No, they're not. 3/5 is greater. All right, try example B. So here we've got 12 times 12, which is 144. And 8 times 18, which is also 144. And so are these proportional? Yes, they are. All right, try example C on your own. You're going to multiply, write the numbers there, and tell me if they are proportional, and if they are not, which one is bigger. All right, page 2. You can use cross products to find a missing term. So this is fun stuff right here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do 9 times 10. And I know that that is going to equal 6 times m. So I wrote myself an equation from those. Now, once I get it to this place, there are 2 ways to solve this, okay? One way is to multiply the 9 times the 10 first, and I would get 90. So then I have 90 equals 6m. And when I'm reading it this way, it's multiplication. So to read it the other way, it would be division. Or what I'm going to teach you now, because you're in 6th grade, and it's important for you to learn how to solve equations. Basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to undo whatever's happening to our variable with the inverse of that. And in a few lessons, I'm going to talk about this a lot more. But right now, since m is being multiplied by 6, to undo that, I'm going to divide. So I'm going to divide by 6 and divide by 6. And so 90 divided by 6 is 15. And that is my answer. That's what my missing one is. Now here's another way to do it where we can deal with smaller numbers. Right now I've got 9 times 10 equals 6 times m. Okay? Instead of multiplying the 9 times the 10 first, I'm going to just divide by 6 to get rid of 6 over here because I'm undoing the multiplication. And then I'm going to divide by 6 here. And now I'm going to look for a way to simplify this. So are there any factors that go into 6 and either the 9 or the 10? Good, I could simplify those with 2's or those with 3's. Let's do the 3's first. So 3 goes into 6 2 times, and 3 goes into 9 3 times. Now I'm going to look again. Are there any factors that can go into this 2 and one of those numbers? Right, they're both even. So 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. Now I can multiply what's left. So I've got 3 times 5 over here, which is 15. And all I've got left over here is an m. So there's my answer. M equals 15. Okay, let's look at another example. So here we've got 15 times 70 equals 21 times W. Now I'm going to divide by 21, so all that's left over here is W, and I'm going to divide by 21. Now if I multiplied 15 times 70 and then divided it by 21, I could do that. I would get the right answer, but that's more work than if I look to simplify first. So do I see any factors that go into 21 and either 15 or 70? Well, 7 jumped right out at me, so why don't we do that one, okay? 7 goes into 21 3 times, and 7 goes into 70 10 times. Now, do I have anything? Yes, 15 and 3, right? They share a factor of 3. So 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 15 5 times. Now I'm going to multiply across whatever's left. I've got 5 times 10, and I have just a W over there. So W equals 50. That was a lot easier than multiplying 70 times 15 and then dividing by 3. Okay, here's one more. I want you to try this one on your own. You're going to do 20 times 12 equals Y times 16, divide by 16 on either side. Simplify and then solve it. F. 15 is to 33 as what number is to 22? Okay, I got these fun numbers here. I'm going to do our thing. We've got 15 times 22 equals 33 times X. Divide by 33. Divide by 33. Do we see anything that goes into both of them? 11. 11 goes into 22 twice. 11 goes into 33 3 times. Now I've got 15 and 3. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 15 5 times. 5 times 2, that's all that's left, means that X equals 10. Woohoo! We figured it out. All right, go ahead and get to work, and I will see you in class.